Calmer, cooler weather finally allowed crews to attack the Little Bear fire near Ruidoso. Then this evening it blew up again, this time north of Bonito Canyon. That's a populated area. The lightning sparked fire that was contained earlier in the week blew up and devoured dozens of homes this weekend before firefighters could do much about it.
The 36,000-acre blaze is by no means under control. There are still hundreds of evacuees and hundreds more on alert, told they might have to hightail it out of their homes at any time.
We have live team coverage from Ruidoso. We start with Amanda Goodman, who gives us an up-close look at the damage and the latest on this firefight. Amanda?
Well, Dean, the biggest single factor today was the weather. The calmer winds really helped crews attack the fire more directly and also build on some of the progress that they started to make yesterday. And people who live here could not be happier to finally get at least a little bit of good news.
I couldn't believe, I came to the command station a while ago, and I couldn't believe how many people were there and how many vehicles were there. It's just, they're just doing a great job. It's just going to take time.
So here's where crews are getting the most accomplished. It's the eastern flank of this fire out toward Fort Stanton. That's where a lot of the 30% containment number is coming from. Now, earlier today, we were escorted into an area that crews are watching very closely, the southwest side of the fire near Ski Apache. Today, they hit it hard from the air, dropping load after load of water. Crews are also in that steep terrain, digging lines by hand. All of this in an effort to secure the most tricky and what fire managers say critical area of the fire, which is east of Eagle Lakes and west of Ski Apache. So far, those efforts have worked.
With the winds laying down, we're able to get air resources in there, cool that fire off. We came back in there with hand crews and dozers to kind of contain that fire. So right now the fire spread is stopped. We'll go back in there tomorrow, work on containment.
So as progress continues, we're getting our first look from the ground at the damage left behind. This is video from the Enchanted Forest subdivision where we found a number of homes and other buildings wiped out. Emergency management teams were out today assessing the damage to get a more accurate count on just how many homes were lost. That number, though, could still be a few days away. Now, officials think tomorrow's weather could also be favorable for firefighters, and they may step up their attack. They are considering bringing in a DC-10 to drop retardant on the north end of the fire, which is near Nogales, and that's where we saw a lot of fire activity today. Back to you.
All right, Amanda, thank you. And for the second night in a row, Governor Susana Martinez was in Ruidoso. She was at the latest public meeting at Ruidoso High School, where people were briefed on the damage and the firefight. The governor announced she will be signing an order declaring a state of emergency, that in order to free up more state funding to fight this blaze.